Hey there, thanks for checking in with MeetYourSweet.com. Would you be interested if I could tell you about a way of not only intensifying attraction with a woman, but also for setting the stage for more intimacy down the track? Here's the best part, it's not that hard, and most of us even know instinctively how to do it, but for the most part, we're too scared to even try. I'm talking about something the pickup community knows as kino, which is short for kinesthetic. For the rest of us, that simply means touching a woman in a certain way to ramp up the flirtation and sexual tension. Here's what usually happens. When it comes to the getting physical side of things, most guys don't even think about touching a woman until they're ready to move in for a kiss or something. Or we do think about it, but then we get scared and keep putting it off, hoping that somehow things will just magically get easier, or that somehow she'll just magically take the reins for us. Needless to say, this kind of approach tends to waste a lot of time and not really get the kinds of results you'd hope for. As far as kino goes, here's the deal. It's all about being lighthearted, jokey, and physical, but in a completely natural way that just seems really easy to her. And this is the part that so many guys struggle with. They spent so much time being nervous and keyed up around women, or not even talking to them, that being lighthearted and jokey in a physical way is something that they, well, totally forget about. Most men don't realize that unless you put in the groundwork, it's very difficult to ever kiss a woman and have it feel easy and natural for both of you. Look, that's not to say that it's not possible to create attraction without touching her at all. But if she's not used to you touching her, it's going to be pretty darn awkward if you try to up the ante all of a sudden by moving in for the kiss. Most likely things are going to get self-conscious, stilted, and really pretty awkward. It's much easier instead to just be a naturally physical kind of guy, which is like laying the groundwork for future intimacy. If she's already accustomed to your touch, then further closeness is just going to feel like a natural extension of what already exists. There's not going to be any big moment when you go to kiss her. It'll just be how things are when you're together. This kind of atmosphere makes the progression from meeting to intimacy a lot smoother and more natural. So you pretty much need to start touching a woman right from the start when you meet her. And don't worry if you don't think of yourself as a touchy-feely kind of guy. You don't have to be all huggy or overly physical, but a few well-placed moments of contact here and there can make all the difference. There are two essential components to giving good kino. 1. The touch is appropriate to the situation and to your level of connection with her. And 2. You don't have to overstay your welcome. That means you don't have to linger or make her feel uncomfortable. Go for a quick touch and that's all. For example, a great way to forge contact on meeting someone is to shake their hand, which is something that you as the guy should initiate, by the way. There you go, first moment of contact. Some guys take this opportunity to convert the handshake into what's called a cold reading, which is basically palmistry. Now, if you're going to read someone's palm as a way of getting to know her, go for it. But please, guys, remember what makes good kino and make sure you get her permission first. Don't be the annoying guy who grabs strange women's hands and doesn't let them go. Be appropriate and be quick. Here are a few other ways to kino a woman when you're talking to her. You can try thumb wrestling, which is awesome for creating that fun, silly kind of vibe. You can also try doing things like maybe giving her shoulder a quick squeeze when you're making a point, or if you're teasing her about something, and if you're well placed to do so, give her a quick nudge in the ribs or a playful little shove. Again, a word to the wise here, guys. Keep it light and appropriate. So no hard pushes or noogies, please. And as a general rule, if you're doing anything that's going to muss up her hair or clothes, stay away from it. Here's another tip. This technique tends to work best if you don't just save it for the women you're really attracted to. If you want to seem easy and natural with this kind of stuff, you really need to ingrain this kind of behavior into your everyday interactions with people. For more awesome advice on dating and attraction, check out the 6-part mini course. You can find it online at meetyoursweet.com/6tips. It's fun and it's free, so you have to take a look. And thanks for checking in.